Okay. Hey everybody, it's Ryan. Welcome back to the studio. We're going to be doing the Expanse Season 2, Episode 7. Last week, for anybody that missed it, surprisingly, I don't see how anybody could have missed it. Feels like everybody watched them and feels like everybody was liking the videos. We went through the mid-season finale and the end of Book 1. And then in Episode 6, kind of kicking off the new book or the new chapter in the Expanse universe. We made a lot of headway in terms of establishing where the power dynamics are and kind of the relationships between not only the characters, but also Earth and Mars, and kind of setting up more conflict to come, both with a little bit more of the espionage angle and Christian kind of outing Ehrenreich a little more, putting a little more pressure on him, I would say. I'm not going to waste any more time. I'm going to say, holy crap, the end of Episode 6 was insane. And I guess it looked like either an alien life form or a proto-molecule infected person. And I thought, and I'm thinking, that it's an experiment done by somebody. We don't know. Because obviously Protogen was not necessarily working for any one particular government. And I'm wondering if this Protogen is working with both sides. Anyways, you guys have been crushing it on the like goals. I don't know if we'll do another like goal just to like make me do another episode. Gonna be starting work, so time will be limited. Gonna temper the expectations. Come on, we're so close to 750. When we get to 750, I'm gonna try and have you guys vote on movies that you guys want me to see, so I don't have to do anything that you guys aren't going to see. And we're gonna get a lot closer to 1,000. And at 1,000, we're gonna have a community tab and be able to do polls, interact more with you guys directly on the YouTube platform, which will be really good. Been having a lot of heat on the last couple episodes, not only from the fans, thank you, subscribers, also anybody that's coming in that's new. Hope you guys like the content. We do this every Monday, or we're gonna try to. And yeah, let's get to 750, guys. Come on. All right, enough rambling. If you guys are ready, I'm ready. I'll see you in the video. Yo, the ending right after they showed this was insanity, dude. I don't know if it's an alien or if it's a test subject that's a result of the proto-molecule, but the drone leads me to believe that it was an experiment that they're testing.
We're gonna get you out of here. Hold still. Almost there.
Oh, there are other people that's alive.
They were the aggressors on Ganymede. So what was that?
Fear. Mars thinks it's our weapon, we think it's theirs.
That's exactly what I said the last episode.
It's time to step back before we're all wandering through the rubble, defending ourselves with rocks and sticks.
Yo, this is nuts. It's kind of exactly what I thought would play out. Yo, this is actually really interesting because this war that I was thinking, like, we don't quite know exactly who started it. Some people were saying, like, what did the captain guy on the Martian warships, like, what did he mean when he said we? I was more thinking that when he said, what are we doing? Someone in the comments, I can't remember the name, said that the we was more representative of, like, us as humankind, like saying, like, why are we fighting each other? And I read it as more as, like, him being a part of some scheme or even Martian in general, not Earth. But it's interesting because they're showing us the political side of the decision making behind actions that could take place, and that's really interesting to me as well. Not only just for the show, it's really cool that they're showing that, but also it makes a lot of sense that, you know, just like what Christian said, they're gonna think that we did it, we think that they did it, we don't know. Why do we keep trying to escalate? Like Ehrenreich keeps trying to say we have to pick a Martian target, and I go, but Ganymede is a host thing, and if they started it, why would they blow up their own food supply? That doesn't make sense to me. I might not have been paying attention as well, but from what I gathered, he said that's the breadbasket for the outer planet, so it doesn't make sense that Mars would be the one to escalate it and just attack their own source of food. That just doesn't make sense.
Despite the circumstances, it will be good to see you against the tower. Until then.
Ooh. Is she stationed there under Dawes' orders to keep an eye on Fred Johnson?
We got a little bit of food, a little bit of water on the menu, and a little bit of magic. You guys know what magic is?
Oh, bless Alex's heart, man.
Oh, Beltalowda, welcome on city.
Anderson Dawes.
Canterbury had to pay tribute to him every time we parked on Ceres.
Belt attacks.
Oh, is that what he calls it? We used to call it a shakedown.
You think that's why Belts love him? Because he lined his own pockets for years. Dawes put all of those bribes back into the neighborhood.
Yeah, now he's practically running Ceres.
About time a Belter was.
I said one each. Back off.
Leave my mother alone! You leave her alone!
Whoa. Amos having a little flashback there. Now this is an interesting moment again. A little more prominent this time than the other little moments they've had. Did something trigger in Amos? That was odd. I don't know, that kind of worries me.
What happened?
I was hoping you could tell us. Gunny, You're the only one who survived. Our only eyes and ears on what happened down there. 6 Blues charging you?
No, wait, it was a 7. Lieutenant Sutton, he would have picked up on it. He was on
Lieutenant Sutton was killed with 11 others on the shore.
Oh, man. Wow, that's freaky. Is it just me, or does it almost feel like that little moment was almost like a little bit of PTSD, right? And although she was always gung-ho about wanting to go to war and wanting to fight Earth, for some reason it almost feels like this wasn't what she was expecting, or that when the real thing happened and nobody survived, that she wasn't actually mentally prepared for that kind of loss, maybe? I don't know. Interesting little tidbit that I noticed. I don't know if it's correct or not.
Today there was this boy that looked at me like I was a monster. I think I scared his mother. I didn't mean to. It made me remember when I was that boy.
This is really odd that he's putting his trust to reveal this to this guy. He feels a deeper, like, more level connection with this guy.
We are about to rewrite the entire story of humanity. And if you like, you can be a part of that too. I can help you.
Whoa, this is really, really weird. Oh God, I hope not.
Fred Johnson has proven himself to be a true friend to the belt. But as much as I fear war between Earth and Mars, I fear the peace more.
This is really interesting. This is sort of like what I said when I first met Dawes.
Earthers, Martians, they see us as their possessions. Animals to test their new weapons on. And make no mistake, they will do it again. We must protect ourselves against this weapon.
These are some pretty fiery words.
They don't want another arrows any more than we do.
Johnson says that we are safe. But I say, once a thing is written, it is forever.
I was on arrows.
Oh, here we go.
And I think Fred is right. The threat has been eliminated. And those missiles you have, Earth and Mars have pointed those damn things at each other for over 100 years. So let's give them back. Returning them will show that the belt is ready to lead the peace.
One by one, best Earth has to offer us are coming to our fight. I think he is idealist, my friend. Idealism is a luxury of the inner planets.
I mean, that's pretty true. Said that before.
Keeping the missiles is an act of war. Using them gets us the same result. That is why they are both right.
This is a really interesting scene, to be honest. This discussion is really, like, everyone's making a lot of good points, to be completely honest.
You think this is over?
I hope that it is.
That was a really interesting scene. Wow. I think I said before, my motivations that I think that are behind Dawes, that it almost feels like there has to be the crusade, right? There has to be this unifying cause for all the factions, or else it doesn't hold any water. The message doesn't have any weight to it. If they aren't fighting for anything, and if they don't feel like they're oppressed, the message, it won't unify them as strongly. They'll start to believe that they don't need the cause, that they don't need to band together, that everything's going to be fine. But unified under oppression is beneficial to the OPA or the Belters cause, as it is, the Earthers trying to oppress the Belters in a way, right? Or the Martians and the Earthers trying to oppress the Belters. It's really interesting that Dawes now outwardly wants at least some sort of bargaining chip toward peace could be used. I mean, rightly so, not trusting that Earth and Mars would make the right decision of truly leaving the Belters alone and letting them have autonomy. It's also really interesting that even then, Holden makes a great point as well. Although we understand, and I've mentioned previously, that his idealism is, although noble, it's just not as realistic as many would love to believe, such as myself, and I'm sure many of you as well. We would love for people to just, in human nature, be willing to give away and share, as even Dawes said. Of course, we would love for that to happen, but as also Dawes says, that's just not how the world operates. I don't know if he's actually trying. I don't think that they want peace. It doesn't benefit them. At least not yet. This is the good part. A lot of you guys kept saying that there's so many good portions about the show where everybody almost makes sense and everybody's take is believable. They almost mimic a part of ourselves and how we would think as real people. So.
This goddamn thing together, and everyone keeps telling me to pick a side.
Those fuckers who did Eris sure as hell picked a side. If Eris rammed into Earth, wiped out half of your people, then you'd know.
Wow, that was pretty cold.
So 7 UN Marines started charging and shooting at you.
Before the Blues were charging at us, Hillman spotted a stray egg drone over our position. You need to check that drone's feed.
We'll certainly look into that.
It didn't make sense.
It sounds like you're saying Earth initiated the attack.
That's what I'm saying. Yes.
It's really weird. He's like pushing her, keeps saying that they charged and shooting at her when she keeps not really saying that.
We'll give them a goddamn war.
It feels like that's what they're pushing for, to be honest. That was a weird interrogation.
What do you want?
To know the part of the story that you and Fred Johnson left out.
We told you what we saw and what we did.
And in all your travels, Eros and back, you came away with nothing that could help the belt defend itself.
There wasn't time.
Now that is a story.
You want to paint me as one of the bad guys because I'm an Earther? Have a great time.
Good and bad, don't get distracted by that. It will just confuse you.
I love that Dawes is just focusing on Naomi, trying to influence her, get her on his side.
Fred Johnson is tactical. He wouldn't offer me up to the inner planets as his errand boy or be willing to return Earth's missiles so readily unless he had another card to play.
None that we know of. Now get off my ship.
You remind me of someone. Just missing the hat, that's all.
Wow, this is heating up. This is really heating up.
Tell me what really happened.
There was a stray egg drone over our position. Have you checked that drone's feed yet?
We were on high alert for anything in that area. There was no drone over your position.
No, that's not right. I saw it.
What did you see, Bobby?
I can't remember.
We can help you with that.
It's weird. The Martian's protocoling of like questioning her is really weirding me out.
Let's go back to Ganymede. A seventh man was bringing up the rear?
The seventh man, he was chasing them. The UN Marines, they weren't firing at us. They were shooting behind them, at him. That's when I saw the drone. It was waiting.
Sergeant, what happened next?
Dude, I just got goosebumps.
The seventh man, he wasn't wearing a vac suit.
That's enough.
They know what happened. They know what happened. I knew that it had something to do with Mars. He must realize what it was. Wow. I knew something was weird.
He says there's more proto-molecule out there.
Well, Phoebe's gone. We drove Eros into Venus. We killed it.
Apparently not all of it.
Well, does he know where?
Not yet. But he's gonna find out.
And then what?
And then we'll have it, and Cortazar will help us understand it.
The nightmare starts over.
But you'll use it against Earth and Mars. It's all the same. Like he said, the nightmare would just start all over again.
Must have been a great raid. Important station like that.
No time. Fred Johnson just want people, scientists.
What for? You paid, sir? You ran with the 5 Points crew. I grew up in the Rose Belt too.
Anderson Dawes is really good, man. He is so good. He is a master manipulator.
After the shit show on Ganymede, Earth and Mars are meeting for an emergency summit. Your first-hand account of what happened will lay the groundwork for what's to come. You'll tell them your story. Tensions were high. In the confusion of a communications blackout, your team fired first.
Sir, did you say we shot first?
Well, truth is a tricky thing, especially when...
They stormed our line. That thing was driving them
I
forward.
don't want to hear any more talk about a thing, Gunny.
This is getting spicy now. This is weird. Conspiracy in a conspiracy.
The UN has demanded your direct testimony. When you get there, you'll tell them your story.
When I get there.
Sergeant, you're going to Earth.
Ooh. Dude, my hands are sweating. I didn't even notice that as soon as I put my hands together. Wow, that was... This episode is spicy for like nothing really happening. This is interesting. What is Holden doing? Whoa, what happened to Cortazar? Did he break out? Somebody stole him? Is he working with somebody? Was he taken somewhere? Did he break out? No, he was broken out. Oh, Dawes is making his move.
Where's Cortazar? Under guard in his cell.
I'm in his cell right now. He's gone. So are his guards and his data cores.
Ah, she let Dawes know the secret weapon was Cortazar finding the protomolecule, probably, right? So Dawes took the weapon that he had. That's what I'm thinking. Dawes is going to get the protomolecule. You know what I think? I think that Naomi leaving that missile with the protomolecule is going to be what Dawes finds, and that's what Cortazar was saying, that it wasn't all destroyed, and then he's going to get the thing that Naomi left behind. Interesting. This is going to cause a lot of things to occur. The rift between Holden and Naomi. Now Fred Johnson has no leverage. This is right on the brink of an emergency summit between the two superpowers in the system. This is getting spicy.
Alex, are you on the Rossi?
Sure am, Oz, but what is going on?
Dawes has Codazar. He's running.
What?
Dust off now.
Copy that. Let's roll.
Is Amos with you?
I don't know where he is. Get your ass down here.
We'll lose him if you wait. Just go. Go!
Holy shit, they're splitting up and they're going without them. Yo, this is insane. I have a feeling that Alex is going to realize that once they find that, like, wait a minute, didn't we destroy that? And she's going to be like, there's no time and all this stuff. She's going to realize that that's where they're going.
Got him.
Hang on.
Come on, Alex. Giddy up.
Prepare the PDCs.
We cannot shoot him down.
Not down. Out. Steady. Steady.
Okay, okay. You just stopped them from going anywhere.
Force the airlock. If it comes
This
down
is
to
getting...
it, I go low, you go high. Open our door on my mark. Ready?
Wow. Okay.
Don't shoot, boss man. You got me. Just me.
We lost Dawes. He's got Cortazar. They're gone.
They had 2 ships, maybe. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Wow, a big cliffhanger. Now, I don't know what Dawes is going to use him for. I wonder what Dawes needs him for. That's crazy. Getting a big insight into Dawes' thinking is really, really fascinating to me. I kind of had... I was close in my speculations before, talking about how he almost needs there to be this oppression for the cause to matter. That's really interesting. And then Holden and Naomi's rift is getting more prominent, just because, you know, her picking a side and him trying to be this, stay consistently idealistic is just not working for them. And man, now Cortazar seeing or noticing that there's protomolecule still out there because Naomi didn't destroy it, is what I'm theorizing, is that they're going after the protomolecule that she didn't blow up. And then this emergency summit where they're going to have Bobby show up and give her account on it, she's going to almost be the direct testimony on if they're going to war or not. And I have a feeling that she's going to tell the truth. No, you know what I think will happen? She's not going to tell the truth and actually going to cave and just go with the Martian way. But then in like a roundabout way, that's going to lead to probably more problems. Either she's going to tell somebody else in confidence outside of it, and there are going to be more espionage angles, but I really hope she just says the truth in the conference. But now Dawes grabbing Cortazar, I almost have a feeling that like Dawes is going to show up to the thing and use Cortazar, like take Cortazar with him, and he's going to go to Earth. That would be an interesting twist, because then everything kind of gets out in the open, and that would be really interesting. But now I don't understand why. The other thing was the Martians kind of coercing Bobby to almost gaslighting her into believing that it was her fault the whole time, that, you know, this alien life form or this unknown seventh man didn't exist. Like, it's really odd. There's got to be something going on, and I almost feel like at this summit something weird's going to happen, or, you know, Dawes is playing his cards now is going to cause something at that summit. I don't know. Interested to find out the next one. Wow. Anyways, that's all I got. Like the video, obviously. Comment your favorite moment from this episode. Wow, fascinating episode. All right, that's all I got for you guys, and see you guys in the next one.